I hope and pray you are well. Sending you love, light, healing vibrations. Thank you for tuning into this video. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for taking the time to be present. Thank you for being interested in what I have to say. I'm very appreciative. I'm very grateful. Today is Thursday. Today is Thursday. It's not any other day. It's Thursday. Today is a very special, beautiful day. For anybody who's been feeling the shift in the air, I'm sending you love, light, healing vibrations. I pray you're able to ground. I pray you understand that the shift is happening for you, not against you. So learn to ride the wave. Do what you're guided. Do what is asked of you. Do what feels right to you. Honor your mind, body, and your soul. And continue to speak your truth as well as live and be present in your truth. The word that I was told to speak about and give insight on and just energy to, because it's often overlooked. It's often not taken as serious as it needs to be, and it's often misunderstood. Mental health, mental health, mental health issues. There's many different types of health issues, health illnesses, health disorders when it comes to the mental frame of mind. So just make sure you are checking in on yourself. You are taking the time to connect with spirit as well as nature, because these are natural things that help us along our way. It gives us more insight. It gives us a bigger perspective. It broadens our perspective, and it's something that can't necessarily be avoided, because with understanding the way the mind works, it's as simple as, accepting that the mind tells the body what to do. So make sure you're taking time out, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, to check in on yourself. I cannot stress it. It's very, very important. It's very crucial to your temple. It's very crucial to, the natural order of things, because if you're not okay mentally, it's going to fall into a different area of your life, whether that is physical, whether that is spiritual, whether that is emotional. Everything ties into energy. So just check on yourself. Make sure you're in good spirits. Even if you're not in good spirits, accept where you are. Try to have grace with yourself. Try to have patience with yourself. And just try. As long as you're trying, a way will be made for you. I know we're in very trying times where every day is going to be, a new struggle. Every day is going to be new obstacles coming our way. But as long as you keep your faith and you keep yourself grounded in the fact that you are okay mentally, telling yourself that, starting with that mantra, affirmation, confirmation, it is already healing, bringing healing into your body, spreading healness to the rest of yourself, and it transfers the energy as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. I can't say there's anything that we don't do or participate in this lifetime where our mental strength is not going to be used or tested or, built upon, or, in essence, sometimes it feels like it's getting torn down. And if it does get torn down, don't be afraid to rebuild, because your mental health is everything. I believe that's a blessing within itself, to be in your right mind. I believe it's a blessing to understand the difference between what is and what is not. I believe it's nothing but abundance to know that, you can do whatever you think, whatever you speak of, whatever you write down, whatever you can imagine, it's possible. It's a matter of whether or not you are willing to take the necessary steps in attempting to, bring it to reality. Because the mind is a very terrible thing to waste. It's a very powerful tool to be using in this lifetime, to have your mental health, as well as emotional health, physical health, spiritual health. It's pure abundance. So I'm sending love and light to anyone who has been struggling, anyone who has been having a hard time, just coping with everything that they are dealing with on a daily basis, or just, trying to get better. You are better. You're going to continuously strive and rise to the occasion. It's just a matter of you taking one step, one day at a time, and just, breathing in and out throughout the entire process. Okay, what was I going to do? Let me get something to where I can use this. Shuffle my cards on. It's raining where I am. Don't know where you guys are, but it's definitely raining where I am. I'll see whatever wants to come out. It's funny that death is at the bottom, because it means that transformation is in the air. Accept it. Don't run from it. Don't try to avoid it. It's inevitable. Just be present within it. I was watching a video last night. It was like a short on YouTube, and it said somebody was saying, like, technically all we have is right now. We can't go back to what we had in the past. The future, we have yet to get there. So in this present moment, just enjoy. Thanks for tuning in. Just enjoy, what you do have. So I'm gonna just see whatever wants to come out. I actually feel weird. I just left my current job that I had. My last day was supposed to be Saturday, but something happened and I made Tuesday my last day. I feel so free. I need to find something better, but I will in the meantime. I'm just taking a moment to, like, breathe. Because, man, you don't want to lose your mental health for no one. And you don't want to be stressing yourself out about things that you can't control either. Hey, Dre. Okay, welcome you. Any door that is not of you, I ask that you shut and close. Any black magic, hexes, curses, evil eye, I return back to sender. Times 3. I welcome on 11 light, as well as love and gratitude. And I release that out into the universe. Times 10. Let me get one card for the energy of the collective in regards to being different. Let me get one card for the energy of the collective. Let me read for the energy of the collective. Allow me to pick up only on the energy of the collective and not myself. One card, please. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but you may be the different one in your family. We got the 6 of Swords. You may be the different one in your family. You may be the different one at your job. You may be the different one in your relationship, whether it's romantic, platonic, whatever. when it comes to any and everything. You are different, whoever I'm speaking to. And sometimes when you are different, you carry this energy that is very powerful, right? Sometimes King of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. Sometimes it's very surreal how powerful that energy is, and you can underestimate it too, because with being different, you don't do things the same as like other people. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. You don't do the same things like that other people do. The way you view things, the way you respond to things, the way things touch you, the way you touch things, the way you touch people, the way you touch places, like, or the way places and people touch you, it's just not gonna be the average or the typical of what the norm is, right? That within itself is a very powerful energy to possess. It's a very powerful energy to carry. It's a very powerful energy to have. And sometimes because of all the power that lies within that, it can be very overwhelming. Don't dim your light. Don't try to shrink yourself. Don't try to fit into places that you've either outgrown or you don't belong to. And then don't try to overcompensate or sell yourself short either, because you will be misunderstood. You will be ridiculed. You will be made fun of. You will be sometimes humiliated. These are things that just come with the territory of being different. Sometimes it can feel lonely, but rest assured that you're never alone. Sometimes you can feel like you're not doing anything right, but the whole time you were sent here, you were placed here. You're here to, shed light and to create a path and show a different way of doing things and being. And I feel like you should honor that. In whatever way, you've been gifted it, in whatever way you have it, in whatever way you possibly can. Sometimes just by showing up and just by being yourself, that energy on its own will plant seeds. It will leave traces. It will heal people. It will change things. Like, I've even realized sometimes with change, we be looking for it, and whole time we are the change. So don't look outward for something that you already have, and don't allow any person, place, or thing to make you feel bad about, the energy that you possess and the energy that you carry. Because what I've experienced lately, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be more to come my way, it's always going to be an underlining issue of denial, of confining or trying to dominate someone, something, because they are different. And by no means, do you need to even fight. Like, no, just keep your peace, stay on your assignment, stay on your task, stay on and do whatever's been asked of you, because things are going to work itself out. Because, like, I don't know, sometimes when you're different, you're not even supposed to be paying mind to like idle chatter. People are chatting, or people are talking, or people are watching because they've never seen something so out of the ordinary. So accept it for what it is, and just find the beauty in that. Sending you love, light, healing vibrations, because again, I know it can feel like a very lonely journey, but it's not. You have your ancestors, angels of the highest possible good, spirit guides, you have God, all these things that are usually on a spiritual dimension or a spiritual realm or a spiritual plane that you can't see, where you can feel it, because energy never lies. Like, you have support. So don't ever feel like you're alone. And then even if you do feel like you're alone, I don't believe in faking it till you make it. I just believe in like keeping the faith and just doing it even if you are scared, doing it even if you do feel hesitant, doing it and showing up even if you feel unsure, if you just kind of, you don't want to, but you should, and you need to, because something has been calling for you to do it, whatever it is. So Six of Swords is the card. Six of Swords. Despondency healing guidance. An angular fish swims through black waters as 6 sharp swords pierce it, but despite clear danger, it still moves forward. The deep sea is an environment fraught with peril and inhospitable conditions. To survive in pure darkness, often one must provide one's own light. The Six of Swords is a card of transition. It may be difficult to see the bright side when darkness encroaches, but this card reminds us that tenacity can sustain despite the bleakest of circumstances as long as you remain determined to keep your lantern burning until you see the light again. When upright, the Six of Swords suggests you're caught in an indifferent, listless state. Even though nothing is apparently wrong, nothing feels quite right either. You're disconnected from the world around you, but this will soon fade. You're headed in a new direction, whether or not you know the destination. If you're coming out of a difficult period in your life, you may feel downtrodden and uninterested in things you once held dear. Though it may not feel like it, you have survived this crisis and you're on your way towards well-earned peace. Reach deep and summon your faith. Things seem dark now, but you must stubbornly create your own light and march towards your brighter future. 5-5 in the chat. So, with this is basically confirmation that the light that you carry, and I've been talking about being different, right? That is what makes you different. That's what makes you unique. That's what makes you special. That's what makes you you. And although there will be many obstacles, entities, energies, demons, even Satan himself, trying to trick you out of what is already rightfully yours, keep your faith and know that all is well, all will continue to be well, and you'll be taken care of along the way. Even if they try to tear you down, even if they try to make you appear to be something that you're not, even if they try to break you down, even if they try to belittle you, ridicule you, discriminate against you, be racist against you, make you feel uncomfortable, please keep your confidence. Please keep your secureness within yourself, because your light, not only does it show you the way, it's going to show others the way who have gotten lost along the way. It's going to remind other people, if you can do it, they might be able to do it too. It's going to be an unspoken energy that speaks for itself of just honoring the fact that you chose to be true to you. Whatever you do in this lifetime, whether you do something big, small, little, tiny, humongous, just make sure you are proud of it. Make sure it speaks true to your soul. It speaks for your character. It speaks, for all the work that you've been putting in on yourself and for yourself day in and day out, because the very change that sometimes we pray for and we ask for, we hope for, we desire, it starts within us. I don't want to get emotional, but I've experienced a lot lately, and some of the energies have been very, very heavy, and I already know it's because of being different. So I'm able to relay the message because I know what it feels like. Don't allow anybody to make you question yourself, though. If you've been put in a position or you've been given a position, it's simply because Spirit wrote for it to be that way, because, they entrusted in you to be the chosen one in your family, or, for you to have this title at your job, or for you to go places and, touch people that you don't know you'll probably never see again, simply because of your energy being healing within itself, because of all the healing work that you've been pouring into yourself. So, sometimes people fear what they don't understand, and that's okay. Sometimes people will gossip about you, and they will make you seem like the worst thing out there. But I want to say it was Nipsey Hussle who said, I'm not standing in the way of what you're reaching for. So even though people will try to pass their problems and their health issues and, you know, their realities onto you. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to welcome it. You don't have to take none of that shit on. It's as simple as returning back to sender, because as long as you are mentally present, right? That's a blessing within itself. You are mentally present, you are emotionally stable, you are physically stable. Finances, it's just a matter before they roll in if you don't already have that. Everything ties into energy. So the way you treat people, let it be a reflection of yourself. Even if these people have done you wrong, even if these people are trying to tear you down, even if these people are just, you know, they can't stand you. In reality, it has nothing to do with you, but it has everything to do with your light. But what a lot of people don't understand is light comes from darkness, right? So darkness, there's nothing to be afraid of. If it wasn't for darkness, we would never know light. But you have to conquer your own demons within you before you can be ready to face the rest of the world, right? Sometimes you have to confront an issue within your own immediate family before you can start, you know, moving forward with the outside energies. Like it takes for you to be able to look at yourself in your mirror and to be able to hold yourself accountable and to be able to, you know, be at peace and accept what is and what is not, so you can move forward when it comes to other people, places, and things, whether it's family, whether it's a work environment, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's a platonic relationship. The goal should always be to learn, love, let go, heal, grow, understand. Even if you don't understand, treat your neighbor as you would yourself. Whether you agree with them or not, it doesn't mean you have to deal with them. It doesn't mean you have to take anything on. Just be real. There's so many lower energies and demonic forces and just, you know, liars in this world. You don't have to be one of them. Like, there's nothing wrong with being a truth teller. There's nothing wrong with being a truth seeker. There's nothing wrong with just being who you are. Whether you feel incapable, whether you feel capable, whether you feel you're whole, whether you feel broken, just show up and try, because that energy within itself is going to be a movement on its own. So when your spirit team, when your tribe, when your people do show up, they're going to cheer for you. But you have to learn how to be your own cheerleader as well. So I'm sending love, light, healing vibrations to anybody who needs this. And just a friendly reminder, God is never going to put more on you than you can bear. He's never going to give you more than he feels that you're capable of handling. He's never going to lead you, guide you, bring you somewhere to leave you alone. You just have to make the changes and be willing to sacrifice and put in the work that's being asked of you, because that's the only way you're going to live a good life. That's the only way you're going to be able to grow. That's the only way you're going to be able to experience more than just what our ancestors may have experienced. That's the only way you're going to be able to move differently and move forward in a manner in which it hasn't probably been done before. Your dad was the way he was. Your mom was the way she was. Siblings the way they were. You don't have to be like that. And even if you've already lived in the habit of, you know, what was passed down to you, it doesn't mean that the rest of your life has to reflect that. How about we start moving at a different frequency so we can live differently, right? And just stay away from people, places, and things that don't mean you well. You can tell if you are in tune, and if you're not in tune, I pray for your discernment. I pray that you're able to recognize what is and what is not of God. I pray that you are able to pick up on energies and spirits. My mom has always told me, test the spirit by the spirit, because then you can know who and what you're dealing with. God doesn't bring confusion. God doesn't bring disruption. God doesn't bring chaos. God doesn't bring third parties, complications. Whatever God gives to you, it's going to be for you, and you're not going to have to question that. And even if you do have to question it, say a prayer and ask for a sign in which you know that it's only going to come from God. Whether it's, you know, a yellow heart or yellow flowers or red flowers or whatever. Let it be specific so you know God hears you, because he does, but it's a matter of you understanding just how much he's keeping his eyes on you, because God is in everything, and he's everywhere. And it doesn't mean that things aren't gonna happen to you, because they will, but it's a test of your character. It's a test of your strength. It's a test of whether or not you're serious about the work that you're putting in or the work that you're not putting in. God will bring you somewhere, and he will allow you to be there for as long as you need to do what's been asked of you to do. And when it's time for you to move, he will make you uncomfortable. I feel like I'm getting better with listening to these signs, because sometimes when you have multiple life purposes, you want to get focused on just one thing at a time, or you know, you want to just be present with where you are. I'm not saying you can't do that, and I'm not saying you can't think about the future either. But if something is tugging on your mind, body, or your soul, your spirit, to look elsewhere, or to look into something else, or to add more onto your belt, do that. Because as long as you're doing what you're ordered to do, the job is being done. It's being completed. It's already, you know, being finalized. So now it's time for you to start reaping your benefits, right? Reaping the seeds you have sown. And it starts with you actually opening yourself up to receive. Sometimes we have to put in work, and sometimes we have to release, and sometimes we have to cleanse, and sometimes we have to start all over at square one. But just know it's not in vain. Just know it's not for no reason. Everything has a purpose, and you are okay. Speak life into yourself. Speak goodness into yourself. Be appreciative, be humble, be grateful of the small things. That way, when the bigger things come, you know how to handle them. Some people are never going to be able to live differently. Some people might not ever have a peaceful life. Some people may always have chaos and drama. That's them. If you've been casted out of the crowd, if you've been chosen, if you've been selected, if you've been anointed, honor that and do so with humility, right? Don't carry ego. Don't carry too much pride either. But also don't neglect who you are or what you are. For anybody who needed to hear this, I hope and pray that this message is able to touch you, to reach you, to give you confirmation to continue doing what you've been doing. It's only going to get better. You have to keep that mindset. You have to keep that perspective, and you have to know that you're okay the way you are too. But there's nothing wrong with, you know, continuously working on yourself day in and day out, because I tell you, it's going to be a lot of things that are going to test you, that are going to, you know, try to pull you out of character, that are going to try to make you feel like there's something wrong with you, or you're crazy. Pay that shit no mind. Like, if you're able to see what's going on, and you can call it for what it is, and you're allowing it to, you know, show you how to move differently and how not to be like other people. Like, it's nothing wrong with being different. It's nothing wrong with being who you are. It's nothing wrong with accepting the fact that you're special in whatever way you're special. We all have gifts. We all have talents. Some people might be similar. Some people may be different. And some people may be very, very rare. And there's many of us out in the world. We're not all in one place, because I feel with all the darkness that's around, the light has to be spread out. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to come across your kind every now and then. So when you do, treat them in the same manner that you want to be treated. And for those who just, you know, lack that kind of common sense or intuition or just gifts, pray for them. Pray for their healing, because God is already taking care of them, whether you believe it or not. The same thing that you do to people is going to be done unto you. And don't expect to live a good life if you're spewing hatred, if you're spewing negativity, if you're spewing, you know, just low vibrations, low energies. Like, if you don't know how to cleanse yourself, you don't know how to transmute, you don't know how to what's the other word? Can't even think of right now. If you don't know how to do that, that's on you, but don't pass nobody your burdens unless you're giving it to God. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being present. I'm very appreciative. Thank you for just being interested in what I have to say. And love you, Dre. All right, guys. I will touch bases with you in my next video whenever I'm guided to share another message. But it was something I needed to get off my chest, because, like, sometimes the energies are just very surreal, and you don't know what to do, and you feel like you're doing the wrong thing, because even though you're trying, you know, people want to make you out to be the bad guy. You don't have to play the role of the scapegoat. You do not have to play any role that you don't want to play. All you have to do is be true to who you are, and God will work it out. You don't even have to explain yourself, like, because God sees everything. So for people who don't know him, I don't know, just pray they get to know him. Pray they get to know their spirit guides. Pray they get to know their angels, ancestors of the highest possible good, because you would not want to be in their shoes. That is a very lonely road. Like, usually when people act out, if you think about a child acting out, it's because they're not receiving the attention or maybe the unconditional love that they would like to have. So they have to resort to, moving in a manner that's just like, why? Yeah, but I mean, they are demons. They're gonna be that probably in this lifetime and plenty other lifetimes to come, unless they change the way that they move. Like, God hears everybody. God saves who he is going to take care of. And for those, he chooses to ignore, it's because they did something. And that's not a burden, and that's not energy that you should be taking on. Send it back. As simple as returning back to sender. Transmute, alchemize. That's the word I couldn't think of earlier. Make sure you are using these tools to the best of your ability. If you cannot change a situation, change your perspective. If you can't change people around you, right, and more than likely you never will be able to, you have to change yourself. And when you outgrow certain places, certain people, certain things, make sure you're replacing it with something better, like release, cleanse, and allow the doors to be open to receive more. Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in again. Sending you love, light, healing vibrations. Namaste.